Guys, happy new year. Took a day off filming yesterday. First day of the year spent in reflection mode and planning mode. So we've got the big plan mapped out for 2026. Lots of exciting stuff coming with the business. Lots of exciting stuff coming personally. I'm currently in the UK. Was back visiting family and friends over Christmas and New Year. And took a little time out from filming, and like I was saying, just getting reflective, and Owen and I were building towards the big plan that we have this year, 2026. So currently rebuilding a bunch of stuff on our program, our barber mentorship program, UBM. What we're doing is we're actually systemizing as much as possible and really leveraging the power of AI and building in AI kind of coaching bots into our coaching program, which is going to give insane value to our clients and make our life really easy and allow us to leverage our zone of genius as well. So that's been really fun to focus on a new learning curve, and I'll share a bit more about that as the kind of process goes and what I learn about building kind of custom GPTs inside a coaching business. A bit sweaty right now. I just got back from a 5k run training for a Hyrox. So one of my big kind of fitness goals this year is to complete a Hyrox in April or May in Cardiff, UK. So yeah, lots of new learnings in that as well. New training style. It's very cardio focused, which I love. I've been running a lot last year. I did a half marathon on Christmas Eve. I set a PB in that, which was really cool. And just started a 7-day olive oil fast as well. So 7 days olive oil assisted fast, which I'm very interested to see how I feel on that. If you follow my content at all, you would have seen last year in Bali in August, I did 7 days juice only. That was incredible. And just wanted to try out this olive oil fast. I've seen a lot of research on how it actually can boost autophagy and keep you feeling satiated more so without actually breaking the fast if you stay under 900 calories worth of oil, which is only a few tablespoons, which is crazy. So I've got a really high quality organic extra virgin olive oil from Greece. And I'm going to be fasting with that for the next 7 days. So I'm on day 2 now. Feeling pretty good. I'm currently setting up for a full body session. I'm going to do some kettlebell work, and we're going to do some Hyrox stations as well. So switch out some of the squat work for wobbles and some of the pull-ups and rows for sled work. So we've got about 17 weeks to the Hyrox race in Cardiff. So I'm already pretty fit and pretty strong, but the Hyrox training and racing is a different beast. So I'm learning a lot in this process and just learning to lift and do the stations under fatigue. It's been fun so far. Okay, so I woke up today, 3rd Jan, and it is snowing. The car is icy. So a bit of this, and it's a bit of scraping. Alright, so that's the training session done. Because it was snowing today, I decided to run on the treadmill. So I did 6Ks treadmill at 520 pace, and then did a little kettlebell circuit, which was goblet squats, incline push-ups, ring rows, and what's the last one? Oh yeah, dead bug hab exercise. So that was today's workout. And all the snow's melting now. It's just clearing up, but I didn't want to go out running, slip over, injure myself, and then be out for the count. So treadmill it was, and it was fine. But I am 3 days into this olive oil fast, and running is a lot harder, I must say that, with no food in my body, no glycogen in my legs. I can tell you that running is a lot harder. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling a little bit like I want to push, because before Christmas I was PBing everything. PB'd my half marathon, 5k, 10k. I was running, sub 5 minute kilometers, and now I'm back to the 520 kilometers just because my legs feel so heavy. But still getting the workouts in. And I'm going to go home now and have a bit of green tea and have a bit of olive oil, have some electrolytes, and then get stuck into some work. I'm going to create some content for tonight, and then work on some trainings as well for the updates of UBM. I set a goal of completing a Hyrox this year. That's my fitness goal. And I just want to talk about goal setting, because everybody is in that mode of new year, new me, and New Year's resolutions and all that. And something that I've come to learn over the years of being coached by some of the best in the world and coaching others for many years now, it's less about the goal that you set, and it's more about becoming the person who can achieve a goal like that. So for me, for example, I want to make, we want to make $1 million revenue this year in our company. Now, it's not the goal that's set. So who do we have to become to get that done? What type of person do we need to be? How do we need to handle money? How do we need to handle our business? How do we need to handle our marketing, our sales? That's just one example, right? It's not, and then the what becomes very easy. If you're just a person that does stuff like that, it becomes very easy. The same with running this or completing this Hyrox. I have to become a person that does things like that. Like, I'm a person that trains like that. I'm a person that trains under fatigue. I'm a person that, has the motivation to do that, and eats well and sleeps well and looks after myself, and, all those things. So that's a really big one to take into this year. It's less about the goal that you set, and it's more about becoming the type of person who can actually achieve a goal like that. Because if you don't change, then nothing's going to change, right? It will just be a fleeting thing, and then it's so easy to revert back to how you were before, So that's a really big thing in, my world, is like, I really want to create lasting change, not just with myself, but with others too. And, before setting any goal, it's so important to address the person who is trying to achieve the goal. Okay, the dream is dead. The olive oil fast is ending. Just didn't feel good on it on day 4. So listen to the body. I'm going to break it with fruit and honey. Here we go. Delicious. We've had to rate this fast out of 10. 2 out of 10. I haven't really felt good the whole time. So, I'm drinking green tea, drinking olive oil. I've probably been exercising too much. Probably been running too much. But yeah, this does not compare to the juice fast. Anyway, we're going to go to the gym soon and train and walk in nature. So today's workout is a 4-round thing with kettlebells and sleds and sled run. I'm going to talk to you like this. Yeah, so we're doing rounds of lunges, sled push, performance carries. And I'm feeling much better after having fruit. I am. Glycogen restored, my brain is restored. Yep. So we're here in Plimbridge Woods, trying to find a bridge to get over that water. It's icy, it's cold. Don't know if we're going to make it out alive. You'll have to find out. Keep watching the video to see if I make it out of the woods. the icy snowy woods alive in one piece. So guys, I did survive that walk. It was so icy out there today. There's black ice everywhere on the ground. It's Monday, it's the 5th of Jan. Kicking back into coaching calls. UBM is back online. We had 2 weeks off calls, which was good to reset and focus on building out some new trainings. We're currently on the preloaded year. So this is a thing that we do every year with our team to make sure that they're all going in the right direction. It's that big annual plan. Speaking about the vlog, here he is.
You know what we should do? We should climb the mountain in Ren Valley.
100%. What, Mount Batur?
Yeah, with everybody from the mastermind.
Yeah, that would be cool.
And like, it's non-negotiable. Like, you're coming. Like, I don't care how tired you are. I don't care how soft you think your feet are. You're coming on the hike, because if you can't climb a mountain, you're not going to build a business. Like,
so it's been a very fun day. I'm just heading out to the gym now to train. It's about 3:45 a bit. The ice has melted, which is awesome. It was so dangerous this morning. It was like an absolute ice rink out here. And yeah, so I just want to touch on, it's been a fun, really awesome day today. Like, we've been planning a lot with our clients, getting them directionally correct in their businesses, looking at the big rocks, looking at where they need to go, what's the big important things or the big goals that we need to put a plan to. Because everybody can have a goal, right? And I love what my coach Taki Moore says, like, winners and losers have the same goals. And I believe that, but winners and losers don't have the same plan, right? Everybody wants to win, everyone wants a great life, everybody wants to see another day, right? But not everybody has the same plan. And the problem with goals is if you don't have a plan to work, you're oftentimes not going to get to your goals. So that was really powerful, and I think it's so powerful to do at the beginning of the year. And something that I've realized is because we've been doing this a long time, remember, like, you know, we've been coaching people for the better part of 5 years. We've been coached by others, the best in the world, for the better part of like 7 years. So it's been a long time, and start to notice these recurring patterns in the way that these processes work. And yeah, it's exactly that. It's like, if you just don't have a plan to get to your goals, then, you know, you're probably never going to get to them. And vice versa, if you just plan with no goal, like I hear like serial planners out there. Oh yeah, I just need another plan. It's like, but if you don't know what the goal is, you can't plan. You can't plan without a goal, and your plans don't work very well. And your goals don't really get hit if you don't have a plan. So it kind of works both ways. So really, really powerful. And if you stick to it, if you do it really well, get real big vision at this point of the year, that can set the tone for the whole year. And I think it's important for us to look back in this time, you know, 2027, and do it again, to look back and think, holy crap, like, that was a good year. I think it's so important to keep the goal, and that's why we get such big picture now and keep referring back to it every 6 weeks with our guys, so that they understand where their life is going, and so that they can look back and go, holy shit, yeah, amazing, I did it, that was incredible. And their time was well spent, and they feel like they're actually growing and making progress in place. Because that's one of the things of a boring life, right? A lot of people think life is boring. Why? Because they have no growth. You know, we're wired for growth. That's part of how we are as humans. It's one of the biggest reason why people actually leave their jobs, especially 9-to-5ers. They leave their jobs because they can't see future growth anymore. Second is autonomy. So they don't have like enough autonomy in whatever they're doing in their work, maybe not enough trust. Third is money. So a lot of people actually get that the other way around. They think, oh yeah, I'll just give them money and give them a bit of freedom, and then they'll stay. But they forget about future growth. So that's what we really did today. In a long-winded way, we implanted future growth into our guys' businesses, so that they live a life that feels like it's worth it, and a life that just is exciting, right? And we used the classic Stephen Covey, rocks, granules, and sand kind of analogy to get that done. Put the rocks in first, put the fun and the life bits in first, and then put the granules in the sand in after. But talking about goals, right? Owen and I have big goals this year. We want to hit $1 million in profit, not $1 million in revenue, profit. And to do that, we need a plan. So what's our plan? Well, I think all great businesses these days, especially online ones, reside on how well you can actually make, create, and distribute exceptional content. And we've been observing and analyzing the best of the best in the space for the kind of the back end of 2025, like the last quarter. And we were seeing that the free line just went way up. Like the free stuff that the best people are giving away is insane. So that's our approach this year. Our content approach to take us to $1 million profit is to be really useful, like outrageously, obviously useful, to the fact that people think we're insane for giving away this much value, this much content for free. I want to give away content, each piece of content that has a golden nugget in it that's worth like $500. You know, you'd pay someone some $500 on a consulting call for that piece of information. That's how valuable I want my piece of content to be. And we're going absolutely insane in the long form space. So all the things that we find really easy, and we think that is the easy stuff, the stuff on top, the icing on the cake, like how to cut hair really well, hair education, our 3-day course, how to create great content. We're just putting all that stuff out for free online. The 3-day course, the hair index, all the hair tutorials, all the stuff we know about content, all the mindset stuff, that's for free. Why? Because that stuff doesn't build a business. It's the component, it's some components of a business. It's skills, yes, that are great to learn, but those alone don't build a business. And that's the coolest part about this, is like what our core offer is how to actually build a life around your business. So a business that serves your life. And just learning a new haircut, or just learning how to make a new piece of viral content, or just doing whatever, just learning a new, haircut, isn't going to do that. Yes, it's going to give you a skill, but actually how to turn that skill into money that recurs and grows over time in a model, in a business model, and in your life feels good. It's the, a life, I heard Layla Omozi say it, build a life that you don't want to run away from. That's the goal. So you're going to see a lot of free, amazing content that over the years we've actually charged for, but we're giving it all away for free this year. And I cannot wait to see what that does to our business. We've done a couple of free things already, and it's starting to turbocharge the YouTube channel. And I am so excited to see where it goes next. So today's workout is 5K run at a really easy pace. I ran at like a 6:20 pace, very, very slow, but I've been running a lot this week. Then 400 meters ski erg, straight into 10 weighted wall pulls. Okay, so it's Tuesday morning, like 6:45 in the morning. It's -1 degrees. I'll show you. Just scraping off ice off the car to get here. Just about to go online and start to coach our UBM Pro group members. So these are business owners that have businesses outside of the hair world, and they're building their lifestyle empire through money, impact, and freedom, the unlimited way, online. We've primarily online acquisition of clients. So yeah, we've got a coaching session with them now, and then Owen and I are gonna have a little meeting afterwards to go through some things, and then we're gonna crack on with the day. Brought up a great point here, and this is something that I've been kind of toying with a lot lately. So Owen and I have started the vlog again this year, and I'm in the UK, right? Like, I'm not in Bali, and I'm like, is anyone even going to want to see this vlog in the UK? Like, what's the point? It's frosty every day. I'm doing the same thing. I'm like building the program. I'm going to the gym. But Noah from Raw Dog said a great thing. He was like, if I was building a personal brand right now, he was like, I would not go to Bali. It's like, because most people don't go to Bali. It's like, so the most relatable personal brands are the ones with people in the real world doing real shit, figuring it out, working it out, doing the thing. because people can see themselves in that, and I would not hold back from showing what you're doing, because think about what you sell. Like, what's the outcome of what you sell, the tangible outcome? For us, it's money, impact, freedom. So it doesn't matter where I am. I'm showing the life that I'm living off the back of the models that we use of money, impact, freedom. And that's great. It doesn't matter where I am. And so that's what I think about. I really wouldn't hold back, because it's the adventure, the quest, the journey of like where you're at. And, I'd love to watch that stuff. Like, not all the creators that I watch live in Bali. Honestly, a lot of the Bali ones are cringe for me, because I'm just like, I don't want to watch that stuff, But it's completely up to you. It's completely up to you what you do. But I think I wouldn't let where you are hold you back from showing that world. And it's not dressing it up like it's fake. It doesn't have to be this like, fake, glitzy, luxurious thing. It's like, this is just what I do. Remember, always go back to the Seth Godin thing. There's people like me doing things like that. There's a very small percentage of the world look at someone in Bali and think there's someone like me doing things like that, because most people never think they're ever going to get to Bali. So I think really showing like boots on the streets where you're at in your world is probably even more powerful. The amount of Irish guys that would go, holy shit, there's someone like me doing things like that in this neck of the woods. Amazing. And then it's leadership from that point. It's just showing up with that message. Here's why what I do works for me, and here's how I can help you do it too. And that's the resonance under the message of everything. Add here is like, funnel thinking is okay, but something that I've seen change a lot and our coaches teach us is like web thinking is more of the thing right now. So it's an and world, not an or world. All right, linear funnel thinking is old school. You take someone from here to here to here to here, they buy. Doesn't really work like that anymore. It's an and world right now. So you need to be like omnipresence everywhere. It's authority, it's awareness, it's virality, it's stuff for your current audience. That's why I was saying what Maria Went says. Most people underestimate how much they have to post. Like posting once a day, even really, you're chancing it once a day, unless it's fucking really good content. Like it's really good, you can get away with one a day. But like, for most of us here, we should probably be doing 2 a day. Current audience, new audience, current audience, new audience, awareness, virality, problem solving, lifestyle, It's an and world. But here's the thing, right? What's the point in all of this? The point of this is to get people interested in our stuff. And it's okay asking these questions, but there's an assumption here that people are just going to ask us to pay us. I don't think it's going to happen. I think the big thing here that we need to realize is something that a lot of us do not do enough, is, are we creating opportunities every single day for people to interact with us? And content isn't enough. So what are you doing to get people to interact? Are you sending out emails? Are you getting them to reply off the back of that? Are you putting things in your stories? Are you getting people to get off the back of that? Are you putting subtle CTAs in every post that you do? Because like Owen shared a video with me yesterday about a coach. He said, you can't expect to do 1 CTA a month and become $1 million business owner. You just can't. And you can't just expect people to come to you and be like, I really want to work with you. We're not Taylor Swift yet. I call it like the Taylor Swift effect, right? She doesn't have to try and, get you to buy your shit. She's just going to put tickets out to the show and you're just going to buy them. That's just how it works. But so really, you really need to post. Yeah, like Owen just said, that arguably less money you're making and less clients you have, the more you need to post. 100%. Why is Gary Vee posting 4 days and some of us can't even string 4 posts together in a week? Like, that's a question you need to ask yourself. We need to go. Like, and how seriously do we want to take this? And what kind of life do we want to live? How big is our dream? But we really need to go there, and we need to be like, guys, I can't stress this enough. Everybody underestimates how much they need to post, and everybody also underestimates how many opportunities they need to create for people to interact with them. You've seen me do it lately. I'm hammering my stories lately. Every single day. There's a poll. I'm asking a question. Why is that? Because I just want to create opportunities for people to interact with me, because content isn't enough anymore. Like, at most, people just want a freaking lead magnet off a post. Like, if you got some free shit to give away or a YouTube video, they're all like, yeah, let's send this thing to the moon. But other than that, they're probably not going to reach out to you. Well, they might. It just depends. A lot of the time it comes from the opportunities you're creating in between of the web of content that you've created for those people to see those opportunities. And that's the word of CTA. That's the layer, what I call like the layers of social media. You've got the grid, which is front facing. You got the stories, which is just behind that. And then the door behind that is the DMs. It is so damn frosty out here today. I think we're going to have to de-ice the car. Look at this. It's crazy. Anyway, calls are done. Had a bit of food. Some great calls with the pro guys, getting them directionally correct on their journey. Now, had some food. I'm going to go to the shops, pick up some food, some grocery shopping for the next few days, de-ice this car, and hopefully get back in one piece and don't slip over anywhere. So we had this theme come up this morning on our coaching call in the pro space about, in 2026, if you want people to buy more of your stuff, then you're going to have to get used to showing people the lifestyle that you live off the back of using the things that you do and you recommend. Because, in 2026, AI is going to be crazy, right? Like, information is obsolete. Like, anyone can get the answers to anything pretty much at the, tip of their finger, at their fingertips. But people will still buy organized information, and they will also still buy implementation from people that they trust. And the way that they get to trust you is by showing that through your personal brand and through your content, and showing the lifestyle that it gives not just you, but your clients as well, off the back of using things. Now, it doesn't have to be like, this crazy glammed up, like luxurious lifestyle. It just needs to be the lifestyle. Look, I'm here, back in my hometown, in the southwest of England, in the suburbs of a city that I grew up in. And that's cool. This is part of the process. This is part of the journey. I'm off to Bali in like 10 days. So the climate's going to change drastically. It's like -1 degrees here. The whole street is frozen. But this is it. People want to see you working it out, figuring it out. They want to see the journey. And like Seth Godin says, great marketing is about telling the true story to people that want to hear it. So true is the key word there. And you really want people to think, oh, there's someone like me doing things like that. Like, the Bali thing is amazing. Like, we do that because we can, right? And if we can live in a more, more tropical place, a place that brings us more joy, then why not? But most people don't think they'll ever get to Bali. So me actually creating content here and you creating content in your world, wherever you are, is way more relatable to the marketplace. And that's the key word, is like relatability, right? You want resonance and relatability and relevance to your audience. So yeah, I just got inspired to make content. I just want to show you like where I just made content, like stood in the middle of my street. You'll see those reels on my Instagram feed this week. And yeah, I think something I want to get better at this year is like the speed from noticing to speaking. I want to get better at noticing an idea, compacting it down into something, and then giving it out to the world as a little gem of wisdom. Again, there's a bit of like relatability and resonance and authority building content, just showing where my mind's at. Building a business which is trying to make 7 figures in profit this year, and being coached by the best in the world and hanging out with some of the best people in the world. Just here eating some fruit and finishing off my fruit for this morning. Listen to this legend as well, Dan Coe. This guy's insane. I've got a video called How I'd Build a One-Person Business If I Started Over in 2026. Really, really cool. Basically just debunking like this whole fear around like, coaching businesses are dead, info businesses are dead. It's like, I speak about this a little bit, but they're not dead. They just need to be done differently. What are you trying to eat my fruit for, huh? Hey? I know what you're around. You're just trying to eat it. Just taking a break from work. Out for a 5k run. In the freezing cold. with the ice on the floor. This could be the slowest 5k I've ever done. I'm dodging ice, trying to find the dry bits of ground. Oh, but we get it done. We get these things done. I get 16 weeks now till my Hyrox race. Just out across the road because there's an insane amount of ice. That's what I was saying. 16 weeks till Hyrox. 17 weeks to a half marathon. I can already run a half marathon, but I've got one booked to race. So, yeah, as I was saying about goals, it's not about the goal. It's about becoming the person who can complete the goal. So it's Wednesday here, and we just caught up with the team. We did like an internal planning session with our whole team. So Owen and I, Thor, our CSM, and Damo, our content creation editor. It was really, really cool session. We're bringing in some new tracking systems, some new organizational things internally, switching from like Google Docs over to Notion. And yeah, just getting really clear on like the SOP side of things, like how our business is structured, how it works, how it functions, from a broad perspective, but also from a personal perspective. So aligning everybody with like the ownership of areas of the business and tasks and key metrics and things that need to be tracked and checked and brought to the meetings every week, especially as we grow, right? I think Owen and I have had a very organic system of working together. We align on a lot of values, so that's been very beneficial in the way that we work together. But as we grow and as the team grows and as we bring in more clients and as revenue grows, it's so important that our systems and processes and standard operating procedures within the company are actually standardized, so that it can grow and it takes out a lot of the guesswork about how the company actually works. So that's been a big thing for us in the last week, and we just had a mammoth 3-hour meeting about it, and that's all done now. Yeah, these are all the things of like growing a company, right? And it's so important that these things are done early. We're seeing like Q1 of the year is like setting that new foundation for the company. It's so important that those things are there, like the manual or the Bible of the company, because, you know, in the world that we live in the digital world, running a digital business, it can grow very fast. Like in the old business model that we used to work in, like cutting hair, the hair was a very slow moving vehicle, whereas the digital can double, triple, quadruple very, very fast. So with all these systems and processes in place, it's going to be very easy for us to scale this year. So in the nature of giving away tons of free content this year, basically created a really high free line. As I mentioned previously, Owen and I giving away, we're putting out to the public all of our hair content, sort of our hair tutorials. You know, we've got tons of hours, hundreds of hours of hair content, free. And we've got some mammoth trainings coming as well about how our courses work. I've started uploading all of the hair tutorials to YouTube, or they are already there, just in the process of making them public, just getting the packaging right, getting the thumbnails good, getting the captions good, getting all the CTAs good, like where people go once they click on that video and watch it. Because it's all good getting traffic to it, right? But like it's normal to do with the traffic, so making sure that traffic flow is good from the videos. And yes, just during that process. But I think there's been a great kind of like proof of concept already. We've only been posting, I've been uploading like 1 or 2 a day for the last kind of few days, like the last 4 or 5 days after the new year sort of kicked in. And yeah, I think when I started, we were on 212 subscribers. We're now on 262. So in like a few days, the YouTube channel's bumped 50 subscribers and a ton of new views, which is awesome. So I put up a video which started with 2 views, which were from me. That one's on 1,000 views. The others are at a couple of hundred, which is great. So proof of concept is working so far. That's a good signal for us to keep doing this. And yeah, basically place ourselves still as the authority of the hair world We've been doing this for a long time. We're really good at what we do. We're really good at the hair, really good at making content. But as I said previously, for anyone watching this, if you are a barber or you are a coach or you're an educator, like just learning to do better hair isn't going to build your business. It's definitely an element that you've got to sharpen. It's a skill that you've got to sharpen. But that isn't the thing that builds business, right? You do it once, what happens then? You do a good haircut once, what happens then? You create a good piece of content once, what happens then? It's the business structure and the model on the back end is what actually builds business. So, yeah, what, and that relates to like what we're selling this year. What are we selling? We're selling implementation. We're selling the systems, the frameworks, the models, the thinking behind building a life of money, impacted freedom in the unlimited way. For barbers, hairdressers, service professionals, anyone with skill that's trying to monetize that. I think if anyone isn't playing in the digital world this year, you've fallen way behind, because it doesn't really matter if you're like boots on the streets anymore. If you're like service based, if you're a digital nomad, it doesn't matter. You need to be using the internet to acquire clients, because it's just the way it works now. As AI becomes bigger, I think it's going to slowly disintegrate Google and search, and everyone's going to be working through AI. I think that's going to directly link through to social media as well. So yeah, it's just important. Anyway, that was a tangent for why you should be posting more stuff on the internet. But yeah, that's where we're at. The free line, the free content, proof of concept seems to be working. So we're going to drive this train home. I've got a ton of content to get through. Owen and I went hard 4 or 5 years ago. We went hard building our online presence with hair education online, and so glad that we did. We basically at the time reinvested all of our profits back into the business to hire a really great videographer, really great editor, really great models, and the content is still relevant today. And if I'm biased, I'm going to say it's better than a lot of people's content today. So yeah, enjoy it. So, just finished uploading the YouTube video. Something that I'm really putting a focus on this year is like the packaging of everything. Obviously the content inside is really good, but there's that whole thing of like earning your views, right? And getting the packaging right, making sure that the title's really good. It's SEO focused, it's search focused, making sure that the thumbnail is SEO focused, it stands out, it's well edited, it makes sense. So yeah, these are steps of building that 7-figure profit coaching company. And yeah, this is what I'm really, really committed to this year, and really being intentional with, is taking you guys on that journey and showing you the ins and outs and the systems and the processes along the way. So here it is, week 1 complete. Week 1 is showing up, doing the thing. I hope you are too.